universe, the earth, whole universe. 벗겨 백견의 목소리를 웃소리를 입히고 개질을 해봐라. 니네 팀 어떤 새끼가 한 발상인지 그것도에게 날리려나. One more time, 펄딱 burst. 혹시나 해서 확인해봤지는 universe, the earth, whole universe. 벗겨 백견의 목소리를 웃소리를 입히고 개질을 해봐라. 니네 팀 어떤 새끼가 한 발상인지 그것도에게 날리려나.
Welcome fans, thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. For the Portland Trailblazers, they won their last contest that game again, and they showed a lot of heart in that one, getting down early, but put together a terrific run to solder away in the end.
That was a different team in the fourth quarter than what we saw in the first three. Don't you think? I mean, they got their act together just in time to pull it out.
Most definitely a switch flip for them in the fourth, and they finally started playing up to their ability, and it certainly came at just the right time, not a moment too soon.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They swipe it. Here's Arthur. And there's the drive, and the dunk by Arthur.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Oh, here's Edwards. Knocked loose. Here's Arthur. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. And Clark, some guys check the standings every morning. Others try to avoid it. What was your approach?
Well, we were struggling as a team when I was playing, so the standings weren't that significant. Just trying to win games was my primary focus. But as I've watched players, I do know that the better the team is, typically the more guys are checking the standings to see what other teams of their ilk are doing in the league.
Here's Vaughn after the basket by Virginia. Arthur kicks to Vaughn. Clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Here's Hunt. It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards with the stop.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Here's Vaughn. No good on the three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Good on the triple. Edwards got 5.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Now here's Arthur. Edwards defending. Here's Vaughn. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Vaughn's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Levens. That's tipped. They get it back. Schultz controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Arthur. Armstrong against Markkanen. Passes it to Whitman. Here's Armstrong. It's rebounded by Virginia. The pass to Levens. Virginia working the ball around. Out to Edwards. And again, it's Virginia.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Armstrong. Here's Arthur. Buries it from three-point range. He has 7.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Schultz. Over Vaughn. Can't hit from 12.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Arthur. Great D that time from Edwards.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
Schultz passes to Levens. Pass to Edwards. It's tipped. Here's Schultz. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And here's a look at some numbers for him. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Vaughn. 5 points in the game.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Levens with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Here's Vaughn, right wing. Here's Arthur. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Arthur's got 9.
And at 4 or 5 now, a nice start. I mean, he looks ready to make an impact offensively. So far, so good.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Trailblazers ball.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Here's Hunt. Kicks it to Levens. Arthur grabs the board. Portland trailing here. Out left to the wing. Fires the 3. Vaughn gets the bucket. Vaughn's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Trailblazers.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
He kicks it to Arthur. To the left side wing. Here's Vaughn. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Virginia
Those are
timeout
starting to
call.
add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And Virginia decides to take their first time out here.
And trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
So both teams changing it up here. Now, here's Levens. No points in the game yet for him. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. And yes, it's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Arthur. The shot that time, not on target. And Virginia going the other way now. Down low. And Edwards with the stop.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Vaughn. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
The pass to Hunt. Back to Edwards. Pulls up. And again, it's Virginia.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Dort, he's checked in for Virginia. Tyus Jones comes in for Levens.
Tyus Jones!
Arthur inside. Defended by Dort. Nice shot by Arthur. Arthur's got 11.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Oh, here's Edwards. 13 points in the game. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Here's Vaughn. The lead is 2. Drains it from beyond the arc. 17 points in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
With the assist.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's Arthur.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Now here's Jones. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 3 on the clock. From deep. Virginia gets it back in a new 14. Here's Vaughn, defended by Jones. Here's the 3. Vaughn can't get it to go.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Jones. Cuts off the pass. Here's Vaughn. Edwards defending. Over in the corner, Arthur puts up a 3. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about how well they defended the rim? Not just blocking shots, but also altering them here in this first half.
And it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
Here's Vaughn. A putback, and Turner stays with it. And now it's a 10-point Portland lead.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot
Virginia
the
calls
basketball.
timeout.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Timeout called Virginia.
All right, fans.
Vanderbilt checked in for Edwards.
Cigars for T-shirt time. Trailblazers substitution.
Here's Dort. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And they recover. 1:04 left in the first quarter. Here's Walker into the lane. Bucket is good.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Wennington passes to Meyer. Walker against Jones. Walker dishes to Mitchell. 35 seconds left to play here in the first. And Turner throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Jones. They double him with Mitchell. Pass to Dort. Inside, kicks it out to Jones. Pocket 4. Again, the miss by Virginia. Trying to end the drought. Offensive rebound. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And so it's Portland up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. And we'll be back. with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Mitchell. Weber is out there with Kemba Walker. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and it's Turner in at the center position. That one goes. Count it. Wennington's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
It's stolen. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Passes to Vanderbilt. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
2 points.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Virginia trails by 8. Mitchell against Jones. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's rebounded by Virginia. And defensively, no matter the size of the man he's guarding, Walker really puts up a fight.
Some smaller guards pretend to battle. Walker will bang with you, try to front you, pull on your jersey, whatever it takes. He backs down from no one.
Here's Walker, kicks it out to Grant. Portland again missing. And it's Jones with the ball for Virginia. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Wennington. To the wing on the left. It's Novak from outside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
And Walker kicks to Turner. Walker at the elbow. Pass to Weber. To end the drought, here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Assist
Oh,
goes
you
to
can't let Turner get that deep inside. When you do, he's going to abuse you with a throwdown right on top of your head.
Novak, the pass to Jones. To the middle. Wennington, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Walker dishes to Mitchell. Vanderbilt with the block. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Into the lineup for the Trailblazers.
Now here's Levens. He's guarded by Davis. And that one's good. Levens.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Davis surveying the floor. Jacks up a 3. Shot clock at 6. Here's Serb. Good, and Weber gets the assist. Weber's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The pass to Schultz. Here's Levens. The teardrop falls in. Levens got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Davis kicks to Weber. Grant outside. The three-pointer no good. Virginia trails by 5. To the paint. It's tipped. Levens with it. Picked up by Davis. Basket good.
Assisted by
Novak's got his second basket of the night.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
High post, Davis. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Jared
Grant,
Grant.
that's good.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
Novak, the pass to Schultz. The shot from 20 feet away, and he gets it back. Here is Novak. He's got 5, moves back up. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Armstrong's checked in for Grant. Now a timeout called by Portland. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players
Substitution on the
knows it.
court.
They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Back to Davis. Now here's Arthur. He's guarded closely. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Arthur's got 18 points in the game. Now here's Levens. He's guarded by Davis. Unloads. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Portland leading by 7. Now here's Arthur. He's got 18. It's good. Arthur's got 20 points. And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies. Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin. And a lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later. Though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
And that one's good by Novak.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Here's Arthur, and he converts the layup. Arthur's got 6 points in the quarter.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Pass to Novak. It's blocked. As it goes out of bounds, Virginia able to keep the ball here. Dort, he's checked in for Virginia.
Lugan Dort.
Now Levens passes it to Schultz. Got a hand on it. As it goes out of bounds, Virginia able to keep the ball here. Here's Levens. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got
Virginia
confidence
foul.
to shoot it from anywhere,
First
but
personal
he could have
foul.
gotten a
First
better
team
one than
foul.
that.
And really the defense
At
fouling
the
there
line for
to
the
prevent
Trailblazers.
the layup, but that's exactly
52 shots.
what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Clark, between the draft and free agency and big mid-season trades, it feels like we rarely see the same team twice season to season.
Yeah, guys move around quite a bit, more so than in the past, Kevin. I don't necessarily know if that's good or bad. It's certainly different. I tend to lean towards guys staying in the same place longer. That would be my personal preference, but the landscape has shifted and changed, and overall, probably a positive thing for the players.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Over in the corner, Arthur.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there.
Checking in
Reading
for
the
Portland.
play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
One's checked in for Portland. Virginia trails by 8. Timeout called,
Virginia
Virginia.
timeout called.
Dort passes to Levens. Here's Hunt. There's the pass to Meyer. 6 to shoot. Levens kicks to Dort. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Here's Arthur. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Arthur's got 24 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse for them.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Oh, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Shoots the 3. Vaughn gets the bucket. 20 points for him.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And here's Levens. Chalk up 2 there. Levens got 6. In this quarter.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Vaughn, the pass to Armstrong. Arthur with the bounce pass. Pass to Whitney. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Good work there as it goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
When you allow good scores to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Yep, it counts.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Vaughn. Back to Arthur. Wide open. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Now, here's Levens. Defense is right there. They get a hand on it. Meyer passes to Schultz. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end
Virginia
before
foul.
they can set up the defense.
Second personal
Clearly,
foul. Second
foul.
team foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those
Shooting for
free throws.
Portland.
Portland may have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
It's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
That'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Here's Mitchell. Edwards with the block.
And you see Edwards trying to do this more, impose his will at the defensive end. Good job defensively that time.
52 seconds left in the first half. Nice shot by Arthur.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Renningson passes to Edwards. Misses the 3. Trailblazers leading by 10. Here's Vaughn. He's got 22. Armstrong. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Armstrong's got 5 points in the quarter. Left side, Edwards. 20 feet out. They get it back. And that one is hammered home.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
And the first half is now in the books. Trailblazers lead by 10. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports. Portland was looking great right away. They had the pieces in place for a nice stretch to open it up and went on a 7-0 run to start. While the lead changed hands quite a bit earlier on, they maintained firm control of the game to close out the first. In the second quarter, they cooled off just a bit, but were still playing confident and were able to finish the half up by 10. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, they've shown a lot of discipline at the offensive end. It's not about getting quick shots, it's about getting a quick shot. And if you want to know how that approach is working, you can check out their field goal percentage.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Right.
And that'll about...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Virginia, Anthony Edwards out there with Levens. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Hunt in at the 3, the small forward. Out to the right wing. Vaughn kicks to Arthur. It's rebounded by Virginia.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
It's Edwards on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Anthony Edwards.
Edwards got it back down to single digits for Virginia.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Vaughn can't get it to go.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Now, here's Levens. He's covered by Armstrong. Passes it to Hunt. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Arthur with it, and he has 28 points for the game. From the corner. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Vaughn's got 24 points.
The backcourt today as good as it gets, and they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Levens kicks to Edwards. Virginia gets it back in a new 14. Second shot opportunity, and that one drops for him. 14 points for him.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
And the layup falls.
Anthony Edwards, 2 points.
And now it's only a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
There's Vaughn. It's deflected. Count that one. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Levens. Another 3 for Virginia.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Vaughn, the pass to Whitman. Over in the corner, Arthur. Releases. And that one goes long.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Edwards. And he gets it to go.
Anthony Edwards, 2 points.
Edwards got 7 now in this quarter.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Offensive rebound. And 2 free throws
Virginia
coming
foul
up.
call.
Unable to get that one to go with all the
Personal
contact.
foul, first team foul.
Even from over here, you can see
At the line
that
for the
one was clear.
Trailblazers.
No question about it.
At
I
the
mean,
line for
a ton
two.
of contact and a good call by the officials.
And Portland making a change here.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Levens. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Grant. No good that time. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's Walker to the inside. No good from Grant.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
What I really love about Jeremy Grant is his work ethic. He's really put in time to improve his scoring.
Specifically, his jump shot. For a while, he didn't have the consistent 3-ball. Now, you got to at least honor it.
Now Whitney. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Off the left rim and out.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Levens. What a terrific move that was.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots.
Trailblazers timeout.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Weber kicks to Walker. And that one is off. And Virginia going the other way now.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And it's Davis with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. And Walker
Kemba
gets it to go
Walker.
on the assist by Weber.
Assist goes to
Walker's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, the heart of Walker, that competitive spirit, he's never afraid to go inside, and he's got a lot of different ways he can score in there. And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The lead is 2. Grant outside. Here's Weber. No good on the triple. Virginia with the ball. And here's Levens. 15 points in the game. Stolen by Grant. Outside, Davis. Outside, Walker. There's the triple. Gets it to go from
Kemba
beyond
Walker.
the arc.
3 points.
Walker's got his 3rd basket of the night. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Portland.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot.
Kemba Walker.
Also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Now here's Levens. Not a lot of room. Five on the clock. And Grant sends it back.
Superb focus from Grant that time, defensively protecting the rim, keeping his eyes on the ball so he could anticipate that shot.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Miles Turner.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Right side Davis. Feeds to Turner. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Wennington, he's checked in for Virginia. Tyus Jones comes in for Levens. Mitchell, he's checked in for Portland. To the paint. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And the floor awareness of Walker, impressive there as he got the ball to the open man.
Jones against Walker. Now the pass to Wennington. Outside, Lamb. And nothing is falling for him right now. From deep, Walker cans it from downtown. Walker's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Here's Weber. They shoot again. It's rebounded by Virginia. Wennington's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jones looking for an opening. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
For 3, Mitchell. Rebounded by Wennington. Wennington's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Novak outside. Rebound by Mitchell.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Grant against Jones. To the middle. Stolen by Walker. Here's the break. And here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Portland shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. He misses the free throw. And Portland making a change here. Armstrong's checked in, so he comes up empty, missing both. He was all alone on that one. Walker's got 17 now.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Jones against Armstrong. Stolen by Walker. Got a piece of it.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
They need this. Just 4 to shoot. And it's sent back by Turner. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions.
Trailblazers substitution.
1:51 left here in the third quarter. Walker with it. Jones covering. A second chance effort. Armstrong gets the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Jones, the pass to Wennington. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Wennington's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Right at the free throw line. It's rebounded by Virginia. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's sent back by Turner. Outside, Walker. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Wennington. Makes it off the glass. Wennington's got 8 points.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Arthur knocks down the 3-ball.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Dort finds Jones. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. From outside the arc, nailed from three-point land. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Outside, Walker. Over Jones. The putback. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Portland with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting there. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Exert yourself by being disciplined and focused on the right stuff. All right, good job. Let's go.
Words of praise from Billy Donovan asking them to stay locked in, make good choices.
Yeah, and when all 5 of these guys are on the same page, great things tend to happen. So let's see if that continues.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Turner is out there with Armstrong. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Vaughn in at the 1 spot. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Wennington with the bucket.
With the assist.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Lobbed up there for Mitchell. It's deflected. Fast break. Here comes Virginia. Here's Edwards. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
2 points.
Edwards got 9 points now in just the second half. Vaughn kicks to Arthur. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Arthur's got 33 points. Outside, Edwards. Pass to Meyer. Back to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Edwards with the
The strength of Edwards, confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
Trailblazers leading by 15. Pass to Arthur. Passes it to Vaughn. Now Mitchell. And the pass to Vaughn. This one for 3. That shot is off. And Virginia going the other way now.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had. Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And Turner kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Arthur. From deep. Rebound by Hunt.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Outside, Edwards. It's stolen by Arthur. Drives to the hoop. Edwards with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Lowry Markkanen checked in for Virginia. Levens comes in for Dort. Here's Vaughn. Buries it down low. Vaughn's got 30.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Virginia trails by 15. Here's Levens. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Here's Serb. Up and in on the
assist
layup.
goes to.
And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
The three. Here's Edwards. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Shooting from Virginia.
And he hits the first of 3.
Taking 3 shots.
In the 2020 draft, he was the #1 pick. Many are excited about Edwards' potential. It's up to him to meet those expectations and maybe even exceed them.
And he nails the third. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Arthur. Passes to Vaughn. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's Armstrong missing. Virginia trails by 15. Edwards inside. Arthur's there. Levens with it. Back to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock, and it's good off the back rim and in. Edwards got 17 now, just in the second half. Trailblazers leading by 13. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
It's T-shirt bonanza.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Levens dishes to Markkanen. Here's Edwards. Another 3 for Virginia.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
And there's the pass to Whitney. Here's Vaughn. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Arthur.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And I like that. Markkanen needs to play like a 7-footer because he's got the talent, but he also has a pretty strong frame when he wants to use it.
Arthur passes to Vaughn. Bangs home the trifecta. Vaughn's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Over to the left wing. Oh, here's Edwards. Now Levens. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And here is Whitney. Here's Arthur. No good off the front iron.
They've been the better rebound. Team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Hunt. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Davis is checked in for Portland. Down low, here's Armstrong. Here's Serb, hands the 12-footer.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Levens. And it's Davis with the ball for the Trailblazers. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Vaughn. And he drives in, and it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. launches it. It's rebounded by Virginia.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Levens kicks to Edwards. Another three for Virginia.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Davis against Edwards. Fires from deep. Here's serve. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for the Trailblazers. Taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Virginia trails by 7. Here's Levens. It's Edwards on the wing. Hits the three-point bomb.
For Anthony Edwards.
Edwards got 43 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Vaughn. Rebound by Hunt. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, but they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
Levens with it. Here's Vaughn inside. That's tipped. Now here's Levens. Right side, Edwards. Offline with his 3. Portland leading by 4. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Outside, Davis. No good on that one. Great D that time from Edwards. Now Levens to tie it up. Another 3 for Virginia.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
Weber, he's checked in for Vaughn. Davis. To Armstrong. Eyes at 3. It's rebounded by Virginia. Edwards got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Drive it.
That was special.
2 minutes
at every
remaining
level,
in the game.
Edwards has
2
been
minutes.
the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Davis, the pass to Whitman. Weber with it. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
Ball goes to Portland.
Portland with the ball. The shot's good. Weber's got the game tied up here for Portland. And there's 1:45 left in the 4th quarter. And a wide open look for Levens. Another 3 for Virginia.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Weber with it, picked up by Edwards. Beyond the arc. Out of bounds, Virginia takes possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Come on, baby. Get one more. Take that shot. Let's go.
Evans with it. From outside, off the mark. Passes it to Davis. Back to Weber. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Traps in the trade.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Hunt. It's good!
Assisted.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Weber looking around. Poked away and stolen by Levens. They grab their own miss. Here's Edwards. And it's blocked.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw.
Here's Serb. Off the inbound, no good. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Second team foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
So both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
And Weber's got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Whitney. There's 3-pointers off the mark. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure you would like to foul someone different.
They don't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who go to the line.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Pulls it up. Off target. So we see Virginia get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.
So much cap, it's astounding. East side, run up muck in your township. Back in the lab again, back on your again. I then whip through Madison, out East Afghanistan. We this skirt, do dirt like Zatarans. I've been so adamant, so cold like avalanche. I go by Babylon, BB my bag again. More moolah, more problems, go crazy. Ferragamo, Barricado, tunnel under just like a El Chapo. Hook back up on my. Me no send no stamps, you get a. Whole squad on some. This that church is on the move. pulpit. You with a cool kid, deuce click. Small room full of could become a tomb or a nuisance. Share my dogs come with a toolkit they I can fool with. All my dreaming be elusive. I need the whole thing.
Cold-blooded, I've been hunted by a slew of. That's how I do it. With the rag out the window, then we riding around all night until the sky then went like blue on. Yeah, yeah, son, we up. Shining like the 90s Jules' truck. I got the rope link with the boat anchor. Outside, I don't know danger. Hang around like a coat hanger. Still sliding. Press the issue. If them ride with you, then they leaving with you. If you owe me, then you pay me. I don't miss a nickel. I'm a sickle. My checkbook on Steve Ballmer. Do what I want, don't believe karma. Hit the lot, get a new whip. Drop the top, then on them. Talking like they coded. I ain't never seen a sneeze on them. I cough up another. Build a house new on them. That's another mansion in North Georgia. Why going in foreclosure? That M3, my fourth order. Yeah, I got a lake out back. I'm sitting on 50 acres. If you said I wouldn't make it, y'all just haters. And we don't pay